guys, Chris here. I am sick. Like, I slept all of the day yesterday and last night. Until, like, I slept most of the day yesterday and a lot of last night. And in between of taking medicine and drink too. So today, I figured I'll just, like, since I'm pretty much slept so much, I think I'm just going to, like, drink tea and read. And I think I'm going to be reading volumes 3 and 4 of Justice League Dark. So I want to talk about volumes 1 and 2 on the channel really fast. Essentially, I'm obsessed with this series. It's probably one of my favorite comic series, like, ever, as of right now. I love the characters. I love how, how this team came together. Which I think a lot of the team coming together was from Madame Xanadu's putting them together. She saw a future of the world ending and realized that this team needed to come together in order to stop it in the first volume. And I don't really like Madame Xanadu do as a character as of right now, but I did like that she brought this group together. And I really like that. Here's the thing about the first volume of this was that the team wasn't really all together in that volume. The team was kind of working separately, but like in little groups to try to stop the Enchantress, who was the main villain of that first volume. And Enchantress is a freaking scary villain. Like, she's like a terrifying villain at some points. I feel like Justice League Dark was way more gory than I thought it was going to be. But going up against Enchantress, you wouldn't be that surprised. Essentially, at the beginning of that Volume 1 in the Dark, Enchantress beats Wonder Woman, Superman, and Cyborg. Does it, like, easily beats Wonder Woman, Superman, and Cyborg. And then Zatanna tries to go up against her, magic versus magic. Hey, Batman, let me go and try, because, like, this person's magic. And then that doesn't work out by herself very well. And so she has to come together with some other characters, and I really love the characters in Justice League Dark. I feel like I didn't like Shade or Mind Warp that much. I just didn't like Shade. Mind Warp, I didn't really get Mind Warp. I feel like Mind Warp was, like, very underused in that first volume. Like, I didn't see the point of bringing him into the fold to use him that way, but it is what it is. I really love John Constantine, who is one of the main members of Justice League Dark, and Zatanna, and Deadman. Deadman's really great. Deadman's like a character I never heard of until Justice League Dark Volume 1, and I really like Deadman. So that was really great. And a couple other characters, I guess, too. But yeah, in that first volume, I was like, I really was interested in the team and the arc and all the magic. It's super magical, and I really like that a lot too. And I like the way that things ended in that volume. I feel like it showed you which members of the team were willing to do what they had to do in order to keep the world safe, even if what they had to do was not really the most hero-esque thing, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, let's go with that. So I really love that first volume, but I gotta say I really love the second volume way more. In the second volume, there's this big hunt for the books of magic. It's these 4 books that are supposed to be like the source of magic or something like that, and it's just really, really brilliantly done volume. I feel like there's new characters introduced in that volume that I absolutely love, like Frankenstein, who's an agent of Shade, and which I thought was really cool. Princess Amaya, I think her name is, Princess Amethyst, something like that. She was only in their volume for a bit, but I really liked her character a lot as well. And Black Orchid, who I'm excited to hopefully read more of in the future volumes, from what happened at the end of the second volume. I feel like her character will have some interesting background stuff going on that I would definitely like to see. There's also Andrew Bennett, who is a vampire, and I think he's like the world's only good vampire or something. He can like fight his urges to drink blood or something like that. And he was a big part of that issue actually, and it was very interesting to see everything going on with that character. I really liked it a lot. And of course we also get to see Timothy Hunter, who I did not know a lot about Timothy Hunter until this. I went and looked up some information about his character afterward, and it's a very interesting character. He's basically he's this young kid who has the potential to be one of the world's most powerful mage one day. Like, it's been foreseen by several people, but he really doesn't want anything to do with his magic, so it's really interesting the way he's brought into things here. I really liked it a lot. So I like the background information that we get on Zatanna and John Constantine. We actually figure out how they knew each other before, because they didn't know each other before joining Justice League Dark, and we learned a little bit about their background. This is another volume that had a really solid villain with Nick Necro. such a good villain. I feel like Enchantress was like crazy, like magic villain, but like Nick Decker was like calculating and like plan things out type of villain, which was just really, really cool to see. It's a very different villain than the first volume, and a good villain to go up against John Constantine, who's always trying to plan several steps ahead and think things through, and always it's like planning. He's always planning and plotting. John Constantine is always planning and plotting. I feel like John Constantine is a great leader for this team, even though he's very unpredictable. I just feel like he had so many power plays over the course of this volume that I was just like, I love John Constantine in this. He's a jerk sometimes, but he's a great jerk. Like, he's just really good. So yeah, I really loved Volume 2 and Volume 1. I'm moving on to Volume 3 and 4, and I can't wait to just continue the rest of the series. I already put a hold on Volume 5 for my library because there's like a line for it, and like, I'm going to get done with Volume 4, and I'm going to be really mad that I don't have Volume 5 yet. But like, yeah, here we are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. If you've read any of Justice League Dark, then let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Justice League Dark. There's going to be an animated movie of Justice League Dark coming out next year. I just saw the trailer a bit ago, and I'm super excited for it. Like, super excited for it. I think it should be good. I do think it's centering on Batman a little bit much in the animated one, when Batman only appears a couple of times in these volumes, really. But it is what it is. You do what you gotta do in the animated, it's fine. But yeah, I'm super excited to read the next 2 volumes. Hopefully I'm gonna be doing that today, unless I just pass out and sleep more, which is very possible. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next time. Bye.